Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here. Want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor, Walker Texas Lawyer. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, whether that be a car, truck, motorcycle accident, or some kind of other issue, hit up Walker Texas Lawyer at 713-552-1117 or walkertexaslawyer.com.
Oh, Brad, what have you done now?
Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The legendary Mr. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Great introduction.
Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathis. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
Kelly Ripa.
Brad, thank you for having me.
Comedy.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
Chris Tucker is in the building. Chris Tucker, good morning to you.
Hey, Brad, good morning to you. How are you?
George Lopez joins us right now. George, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What lovely to talk. You me funny lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Chloe Bailey joins us. I appreciate the time.
Appreciate you.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Brad Gilmore! Yeah, Brad Gilmore, CW39 Houston. Jessie, Naomi, thank you so much for taking the time to join me today. Congratulations, season 4.
Thank you so much.
you.
And hello, Houston. And hello, Nana in Houston. I love you.
Okay. We got some Houstonians in the family. Always
sure
love to
do.
hear that. I wanted to talk about season 4 and really what kind of it symbolizes. I'm a big Seinfeld fan, and I remember Jerry Seinfeld talking about season 4 was when he really felt the show was working because they figured out what the characters are. They understand what stories resonate with each other. They have the shorthand with the writing staff and the directors and everything. I wanted to see, do you all feel like this season feels kind of like that breakthrough season in the sense of we understand our assignment and we know what we need to do and get out there? Jessie, if we could start with you.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like it's really streamlined and the characters are so established at this point and our writer's room is so skilled. And honestly, it makes our job so easy because we just show up and do what we know how to do at this point. And this season, I'm really excited for people to see because I think it's our best one yet.
Definitely.
You said that.
I definitely agree. I think there's a sense of, in the 4th season, we all know what our strengths are, comedically, where we have the most fun. And it feels like this season was a chance for us to really get together and mix up some of the pairings and get into some storylines that you don't see coming. So that was fun.
And you also kind of know your character better, right? How to play the jokes, I would imagine, better in the comedy, right?
Absolutely. It feels like, every time we kind of start up, it's like, okay, now I'm in Carol mode. And now this is now the 4th time in Carol mode, so it's a much easier mode to get into, hit the ground running, and have fun.
Now, I always also find, with single camera comedies, where there's not the studio audience or the laugh track or something, indicating when we need to laugh, knowing how that comedy is going to play is really important. The writing has to be there, but also the delivery. Who do you kind of look to, Jessie, in the moment of saying, is this working, or is it that internal feeling of I know that this joke is killing right now?
Well, it definitely helps if people are breaking character and cracking up, then you know it's going to be good. And you just take swings and you try different things. And the main person I trust is our editors because we do a lot of stuff that nobody sees, but they use the very best parts. And so the show is really a reel of all of our funniest jokes.
You agree, Naomi?
I think so, but I am really aiming to make the crew laugh. I want to get that person behind the camera who's who's been standing there for 12 hours. If I can get a little titter, a little something, that's the good stuff.
Yeah, if you can pop the crew, because they've been on set all day, they're tired. They've probably especially established cameramen might have worked on several comedies. They've heard every joke, every delivery that you can think of. So if you get them, that's always good. And I always wonder too, when you do the improv, you talk about the editors, because I know that there's some improvisation sometimes on the show and kind of letting things fly free. And I'm sure sometimes you have like the great improv joke that you hit in the moment, or a scene that comes improv, and you're like, oh, I hope they keep that in the edit. And then it doesn't come, and you're like, oh, man. But do you enjoy kind of improving in those moments where maybe obviously the writing's strong, but where you have a moment where maybe this joke isn't working exactly like we thought it would on paper, and then you get to improv it? Jessie, do you thrive in that environment?
Yeah, I love that. And I think the improvs really are a reflection of how good the writing is, because we're not just improvising the whole scene. We're coming up with one little riff here and there. And I think that's something that Naomi is particularly very skilled at. And
Thank you so much.
And we both have a lot of fun kind of running off books sometimes and figuring out new things to play with. And we always have Megan Gans on set, who comes up with really great alternative jokes to pitch us as we're shooting, to just keep making it funnier and funnier as we go.
Do you like the improv, Naomi, is what I'm understanding?
Oh, yeah, it's so fun. I think, especially, too, with the show, you have a lot of writers also in the show, right? David Hornsby, Ashley Birch, people, so that, for instance, when you are in there and you start playing, you're playing with the writer, too, right? So you don't have that sense of like, am I ruining your art? Like you're playing together, and that's what makes it so fun.
Well, the show is so fun, and I can tell, like with any great show, it's a cast and crew and writers who think singularly, but they act collectively to make a great product. And y'all have obviously done that for 4 seasons. So congratulations to you again. And thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much,
Brad.
Have a good one.
You too.